Just another hurdle. I've got this. Willow. She whipped her head to the side at the sound of Zane Walker's deep voice, shocked to see his piercing dark eyes gazing hungrily down at her. Zane was her older brother's best friend turned A-list actor, and he had a sluttier reputation than a prostitute. He was also the guy who'd taken her virginity. Okay, he hadn't taken it. She had given it to him. Or rather, to save her the embarrassment of being an inexperienced virgin, he'd done her the favor of being her first, before she'd gone away to college. She'd wanted her first time to be with someone she cared about. Her legs buckled with the memory of their one perfect night down by the creek, and her heart sank as she recalled how she'd broken her own carefully thought-out rules, and had gone off to college with romanticized ideas in her head about them. What followed had been painful and embarrassing. This was not good at all. She couldn't afford to get any more flustered. Forcing her eyes away from the sexy scruff she definitely did not want to touch, she snapped, "What are you doing here?" He wrapped his hand around her arm with a devilish grin on his perfectly plump lips and pulled her from the line. His dark hair had just rolled out of bed sexiness going on, and over a gray t-shirt he wore the leather jacket she'd given him for Christmas 2 years ago. She and Zane had a complicated relationship that didn't include sex beyond their one night more than a decade ago. A complicated relationship that had been put on hold for several months after Willow's heartbreaking realization during her first semester of college. But that didn't stop him from propositioning her over text as often as he was bored. If she had a penny for every time a text rolled in at 3 a.m. that read something like, "Filming it wherever, come see me," she'd be rich. She always sent her standard reply, "Not a chance," although he never let it go at that. He wanted to know what she was doing that could possibly be better than a night with him. She often wondered what he thought of her honest answers, which varied from watching her favorite movie, The Notebook, to thinking up new recipes. "Let go. I have a meeting and I'm already late. Why are you here? Are you filming?" She wrenched her arm free, looking around for his ever-present entourage of beautiful women and photographers. All the women in Sweetwater had their panties in a bunch over his newest movie, which was being filmed there next week. Soon their quiet little town would turn into a bustling, Zane hotter-than-hell Walker slutfest. "Chill out, Willow," he said, way too calmly. "Chill out?" She rolled her eyes. "I'm seriously late for a huge meeting. I can't play your game, Zane." She stormed back to her place in line and he dragged her away again. "Zane, what is wrong with you? Stop it." "Wills, listen to me." He lowered his chin, narrowed his eyes, and flashed another wicked smile, his signature look. Hell if it didn't make her insides melt every damn time. Zane was messing with her again. It was his thing. He screwed with women without an ounce of regret, and according to the tabloids, he did it often. She exhaled loudly, shaking her head, and laughed, because, on top of the flirtatious texts, they'd maintained a quirky friendship. "You are quite possibly the biggest pain in the ass I have ever met, and if I lose this job, I swear you're going to pay me for it." She looked over her shoulder at the line, which was moving quickly. "I already am," he said in a low voice. "Zane, I'm serious. I've got—" She glanced at the line again and then processed what he'd said. "Wait, what?" "Can we talk outside? You're a little high-strung today." "A little high-strung?" She hurried to keep up as he dragged her out the front doors and down the steps. "Zane, stop!" He tugged her to the grass beside the resort. For a brief second, the unusually cool summer breeze, the smell of the water, and the gorgeous man standing before her, looking at her like he wasn't messing with her at all but had come there to see her, left her flustered. This was why she usually tried to keep her distance. The man bathed in testosterone and reeked of sex appeal, making it hard to stay annoyed at him. And the last thing she needed was to get caught up again in some sort of one-sided love affair. "Wills, there is no job." She stepped closer. "What did you just say?" "I swear, Zane, if this is one of your games, I will maim you for life." He moved his hands in front of the enticing package between his legs. She knew just how.